The Senate will be in order. The Majority Leader.
Mr. President, I'd just like to announce that Senator Corker was inadvertently detained and getting to the floor of the Senate. Had he been here, he would have voted aye on the cloture motion. I also want to just say to our colleagues, this is a very important day for our country. We've demonstrated we could work together on a bipartisan basis to achieve something that is extremely important for America. Not only when we confirm this trade promotion authority will we have the mechanism in place for the President to finalize an extraordinarily important deal with a number of different Asian countries. It will indicate that America is back in the trade business. It will also send a message to our allies that we understand they're somewhat wary about Chinese commercial and potentially military domination, and that we intend to still be deeply involved in the Pacific. So I want to congratulate Senator Hatch, Senator Wyden. This has been a long and rather twisted path to where we are today, but it's a very, very important accomplishment for the country.
Mr. President?
Senator from Ohio.
I would like to mention that the other two absences, Senator Menendez had voted no on cloture before, Senator Lee had voted no on cloture before, so the vote would have been 61-39. More importantly, this is a day of celebration in the corporate suites in this country, to be sure, because they've got another corporate-sponsored trade agreement that will mean more money in some investors' pockets, but it'll mean more plant closings in Ohio and Arizona and Delaware and Rhode Island and West Virginia and Maine and all over this country. And most importantly, Mr. President, what I didn't understand about the vote today is that even though the Wall Street Journal, the Cato Institute, and others acknowledge that decisions we make here on trade agreements, while they say it's a net increase in jobs, they also acknowledge that people lose their jobs because of the decisions we make. So we make decisions here today that throw people out of work. We know that across the political spectrum, that's acknowledged. But we today don't do anything to help those workers that lose their jobs. So we make a decision, throw people in Mansfield, Ohio, and Cleveland, Ohio out of work, but then we don't take care of those workers that lost their jobs because of our decisions. It's shameful, Mr. President.
Mr. President.
The Senator from Vermont.
Let me just concur with the Senator from Ohio. This trade agreement was supported by virtually every major corporation in this country, the vast majority of whom have outsourced millions of jobs to low-wage countries all over the world. This trade agreement is supported by Wall Street. This trade agreement is supported by the pharmaceutical industry, who want to charge people in poor countries higher prices for the medicine they desperately need. This agreement was opposed by every union in this country, working for the best interest of working families, by almost every environmental group and many religious groups. In my view, this trade agreement will continue the policies of NAFTA, CAFTA, permanent normal trade relations with China, agreements that have cost us millions of decent-paying jobs. We need a new trade policy in America, a policy that represents working families and not just the big money interests. I strongly disagree with the Majority Leader who called this a great day for America. It is not a great day. It's a great day for the big money interests, not a great day for working families.
President.
The Majority Whip.
Mr.